dati, wala pang mga abstraction, wala pang nagpapadali ng buhay ng mga developers. Kaya kailangan mo talaga matutunan lahat. Ngayon kasi nowadays with AI, with different dev tools, yun na lang front end and back end. So my definition of full stack is actually, as long as you can build an app from the ground up, you're a full stack developer.
Welcome to Kaka Computer, where tech meets wit and wisdom. So for this episode, pag-uusapan natin becoming a full stack developer. So what is a full stack developer and why is this role so valuable? Sinong gustong sumagot?
I can start. For me, yung full stack developer, marami rin kasing mga misconceptions about full stack developer, especially yung iba ang tingin nila pag sinabing full stack developer is buong IT department na dapat alam mo na agad yung DevOps, alam mo yung sa server, alam mo yung CI/CD, alam mo yung lahat. Parang ayun yung nila ayun yung parang mindset nila pagka sinabing full stack. Pero actually hindi naman talaga yun yung full stack Pagka sinabi mong full stack, normally is front end and back end lang. Yun na yun, parang bonus na lang pagka meron kang
DevOps,
CI/CD, di ba? May server at kung ano-ano pa. Kaya maraming nagsasabi pagka sinabi ng full stack, master of none, di ba? Pagka sinabi, wala yung mga full stack, mahirapan ka lang dyan, ganito, ganyan. Pero hindi nila alam kasi, parang ang nangyayari kasi sa definition ng full stack sa kanila, sobrang dami talaga. So, ayun talaga parang sobrang impossible na maging meaning ng isang full stack. Pero for me, and also I think sa mga ibang nag-iisip din na yung full stack is ganito, ganyan, try to ask your employer. Ano yung meaning sa kanya ng full stack? Kasi for us, nag-interview rin ako. Pagka sinabing full stack, ang pinaka-expected lang namin is front-end and back-end. Dapat marunong ka. And then the rest is na lang yan. Bonus na lang yan.
Tama yun. Kasi yung full stack kasi ang nagde-define yan yung company talaga based doon sa kailangan nilang role. So, ikaw, Boss Teo.
Ako kasi simple lang Yung old definition ng full stack yung sinabi ni Boss Rod na yun nga, kailangan alam mo yung buong IT department. Kasi nga, dati, wala pang mga abstraction, wala pang nagpapadali ng buhay ng mga developers. Kaya kailangan mo talaga matutunan lahat. Ngayon kasi nowadays with AI, with different dev tools, yun na lang front end and back end. So my definition of full stack is actually, as long as you can build an app from the ground up, you're a full stack developer. Yun lang.
Correct.
Basta ma-deploy mo yung product.
Totoo yan. Ikaw, Boss Nick.
Kasi ako, hindi ako nag-start as a full stack. Nag-start ako as back-end developer. And nag-transition ako from back-end to front-end. Pero hindi ko considered yung sarili ko na full stack developer. Kasi ngayon, front-end developer ako. Front-end specialist ako. So, yung definition ko naman ng full stack is same with you, Theo. Na as long as you can create a full-blown app or website, full stack developer ka na. But yeah, I agree with Boss Rod din. Alamin natin, kung titingin tayo ng job opportunity na full stack, tignan muna natin yung role. Tignan natin yung kailangan mong gawin sa company na yon. Hindi ibig sabihin na okay, full stack developer ang hinahanap kong job. It means fit ka na sa every full stack developer na makikita mo sa job street or Indeed. Right. So titignan mo rin kung ano yung gagamiting technology, stack, kasi iba-iba yung stack din. Every full stack developer na makikita nyo sa job street. So be mindful dun sa mga requirement talaga, kung fit sa'yo o hindi.
So, becoming a full stack, sa recent tech stack na meron tayo, ano ba yung mga specifics na kailangang matutunan ng isang aspiring to be a full stack developer? May recommend ba kayong, let's say, framework or backend database?
Actually, kahit ano naman. So, pero ang daming options to become a full stack. Siyempre, ang pinaka-first is, if front-end ka, So you can actually choose whatever front-end or any front-end frameworks that you can choose dyan sa online, no? Pwedeng Vue, pwedeng Angular, pwedeng Svelte, React, at kung ano-ano pa. And then on the backend side naman, you can also have a lot of option din. Nandiyan dyan yung mga Go, nandiyan dyan yung Rust, nandiyan dyan yung Node, di ba? Python, at kung ano na pa. So, as long as you have those two, you can build a full stack application. Yun lang naman yung kailangan mo eh. And then the rest is sobrang dami ng abstractions. So pwede mo nang i-deploy yan without any configuration. No? Made-deploy mo na siya agad.
Actually, JavaScript nga, di ba?
Super powerful.
JavaScript alone can do back-end and front-end as well, di ba?
Yes, can do full stack.
So, ikaw, Sir Teo, ano ba yung, parang in your personal career, ano ba yung mga ginagamit mong tech?
Mostly kasi for the 10 years na nasa IT industry ako, JavaScript talaga.
JavaScript talaga.
Yeah. Nagkonting Java ako, pero medyo tinalikuran ko na yun. Nag-JavaScript tayo. And you can do yun nga, sabi mo. Full stack, JavaScript, yun lang. React, Node, Next.js, daming frameworks. Yun
actually,
nga,
ang architecture nyo, JavaScript din eh.
Yeah.
Ikaw, Sir Nix.
Ako naman, more on PHP talaga. PHP, MySQL, MariaDB. Yun yung mga tawag dito. First technologies na kailangan mo
MariaDB, parang luma na yun.
Diba, yung mga edad na pero
as long as it works, don't touch it.
Yes,
diba? Actually, merong mga $1 million app ngayon na ang architecture nila, ang programming language nila is PHP. Tapos napakaluma ng backend ng database. So, with that said, ano ba yung mga common challenges kapag full stack ka? Yung mga daily na na-encounter nyo sa work or mga project-based, ano ba yung mga challenges? Let's say, may bagong project, full stack. Wala kayong backend, wala kayong frontend. Ikaw lang yung magde-develop.
Ako, based sa experience din. Para na rin sa mga manonood na estudyante. Ang magiging challenge nyo as a full stack developer, of course you will code, pero you need to understand the back-end side, the business side of what you will do. Like, if gagawa kayo ng app, hindi ka lang basta magko-code. Alamin mo kung sino yung audience or sino yung consumer or gagamit ng app na yun. Doon mo malalaman kung tawag dito, yung ginagawa mo bang app is para sa kanila or hindi. Hindi ka lang basta magko-code, kailangan may alam ka rin sa business side ng company mo.
So parang ita-translate mo yung business logic into that app.
Kasi kung tatawagin ka na full stack developer, inaasahan ka na
regardless if may kailangan tayong backend architecture, mag-hire pa ba tayo ng backend if full stack ka na nga? Parang gano'n.
So may inaasahan yung company sa'yo na hindi ka lang basta magko-code.
Ever wondered what it takes to thrive in the world of IT? The Young CTO podcast is all about the journey of the IT professional, exploring the real stories, challenges, and milestones that shape a tech career. Dive into conversations about the tools, trends, and questions that matter most in the tech, IT, and cloud community. From crafting your first resume to mastering the latest tech stacks and preparing for leadership roles, this podcast unpacks the entire journey with expert insights and community-driven discussions. Available now on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and all major platforms. Tune in to the Young CTO podcast and join a community that grows together.
Ikaw, Boss Rod, anong daily challenges mo as full stack developer?
Daily challenge?
Parang may post ka na nakaraan eh.
Na?
About sa pag-maintain ng code base, tama ba?
Yeah. Sa akin siguro ang pinaka-challenge mo pagka full stack ka is yung pagtalon mo sa front-end to back-end. So parang yung context switching. Yun siguro yung magiging problem mo. But, hindi siya magiging problem actually once na maging familiar ka na. Kasi, especially kung gumagamit ka ng isang programming language. Like ako, gumagamit ako ng pangmahinang programming language, JavaScript lang eh. And I can do back end, front end with just JavaScript. No, so parang kahit tumalon-talon ako, hindi ako masyadong hirap. Pero pag sisimula ka pa lang, medyo mahirap. Kasi nga, nagbabago-bago yung context ng pagtalon mo from back end and to front end.
Kasi pag tumalong ka ng back end, hindi kasi yon yung visual eh. Meron kasi yung data architecture eh. Parang yung table relationship, diba, ng mga data kung paano siya magko-call out to each other. Ikaw, Boss Teo, ano ba yung challenges mo?
Siyempre kung full stack, ang dami mong kailangang stack na kailangan aralin, di ba? Front end, back end, DevOps, and whatnot. So, keeping up with the current trend and keeping up with, kunyari, ang stack mo is React.js. Ano yung bago sa React? May new versions dyan every month, hindi every month, every quarter, every year. So, anong bago? Anong mga optimizations? So, yun, keeping up with the new trends and the updates with the tech stack. But, as developers, we need to remember that ang goal natin is to build something to solve a problem. So kung employed tayo sa isang company, we're solving whatever the company is solving. So we actually don't need to train ourselves like every month, every quarter nag-upskill tayo. Hindi natin kailangan 'yun eh. As long as again, the goal is to build the product. Kahit ano pang ruta yung daanan mo, kailangan ma-build mo yung product. So, technically, as developers, we always need to think in first principles. Like, for example, if we're talking about first principles, kasi for the longest time, people want a flying car. But then again, if you think of first principles of a flying car, ano ba yung goal ng flying car? To go from point A to point B na lumilipad. We have airplanes. So that's yun yung goal eh. We don't need to learn how to attach wings sa cars. Pero meron ng existing technology na pwede naman natin gamitin na yun eh.
Parang mga unrealistic expectations, no? That's great.
Before tayo mag-continue, sponsored muna tayo. Thank you to our sponsor.
Okay, we're back. So,
I-relate ko lang din kay Sir Teo kanina na marami tayong tinatawag na developer. Iba-iba. Meron tayong full stack, meron tayong back-end developer, meron tayong front-end developer, meron tayong Next.js developer, marami. But all of us, ang aking thinking is, all of us are problem solvers. No, magkakaiba tayo ng ginagamit, but we need to kumbaga tawag dito, i-align yung sarili natin sa problem solving aspect ng programming. Not just the tools, but we all have to solve the problem of the world talaga.
Nice. So, ano yung mga advice ninyo? Kasi daily nagwo-work tayo as a full-time. Ano yung mga maibibigay nyong advice doon sa mga gustong yung maging full stack developer? Kasi meron dyan magaling sa coding pero hindi sa design, pero gusto nilang yung visualize ng product or ng website is gusto nilang ma-improve pero hindi nila paano. Ano yung mga advice ninyo as a full stack?
Sa akin siguro if you want to become a full stack, just do it. No, okay, mag-hesitate kasi marami kayong maririnig na pagka nag-full stack ka, mahihirapan ka, hindi mo maintindihan yung mga bagay-bagay. But for me, in my opinion, pagka nag-start ka ng full stack, mas malaki yung knowledge na possible mag-gain mo. And also, dun mo malalaman kung gusto mo ba talaga mag-stick lang sa front-end lang or sa back-end. Kasi hindi mo malalaman yan hanggat hindi mo nasusubukan. So, pagka gusto mo mag-full stack, just learn two things, no? Front-end and back-end, dun lang kayo mag-focus. And then, while doing yung full stack, hindi, pwede naman kasing gawin nyo is, pagka nagbibuild tayo ng application, hindi naman porket magbibuild tayo ng application is both na agad yung gagawin natin. Pwede nyo gawin is start muna with front-end and then do the thing, yung mga kailangan nyo doon, do research and so on. And then after na ng front-end, next na kayo sa back-end. And then do the research again, yung mga kailangan nyo, and then that's it. That's the step na kailangan nyong gawin.
Kasi sa parang mas madaling pasukin yung front-end first. And then if you want it to be maintainable na merong data na kasama, tsaka mo pasukan ng back-end.
Yep.
Ikaw, Boss Teo, anong advice mo?
Kasi just believe that or just know that all the best developers in the world are great Googlers.
Oo.
Kaya magaling mag-Google. Pero ngayon may bago na since may AI na tayo, ChatGPT na ngayon. So the best developers in the world
Magaling mag-prompt.
are great prompters.
Yeah.
And ako kasi based on experience, whenever I do something new, so yun nga kung full stack ang usapan, may bagong technology akong pag-aaralan. I always build a second brain first using ChatGPT or kung anumang model. Tapos ipapakainin ko siya ng maraming context kung ano yung gusto kong i-build, kung ano yung gusto kong matutunan. Tapos siya yung magbi-build ng parang step by step ko, anong kailangan kong gawin. So ngayon sobrang dali mag-aral, sobrang dali mag-upskill.
Kaya sabi ko, bakit hindi ito lumabas ng tayo? Ikaw, Boss Nix, anong advice mo sa mga aspiring full stack developers?
Yeah, in a perspective of the students naman, syempre natututo na tayo sa school how to code, how to deal with databases. But pagdating nyo doon, as a full stack developer, natanggap ka, you still need to collaborate with the team. Maging team player ka.
Yeah.
Hindi lang ikaw yung nagko-code sa isang team. Kailangan sumasabay ka doon sa team na yun. And kasabay nun, syempre, kailangan mong sumama sa mga meeting. Kailangan naiintindihan mo yung gagawin. Yung goal ng team ninyo, the goal ng company or ng product na gusto nyong gawin. So, ayun, yun lang naman. Soft skills, hindi lang talaga pure hard skills ang kailangan.
Kasi
sa
usually
full
pag
stack
full stack ka, ikaw lang ang tech sa company. Usually startup yan eh.
Yeah.
So parang may idea yung CEO, nag-hire ng developer, ina-assume na agad na full stack yung developer.
Yeah.
So alam na niya yung back end and front end, di ba?
Mm.
So yeah. So that's it. Thank you guys.